The Aggies about to kick it away and get this season started. In the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. They'll try the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Guys, let's take a minute here and think about UCLA. By no means was it a transfer portal exodus, a number of guys they lost among the fewest in the country, but you do wonder if things have just become really transactional in the sport right now.
Well, this is a team that had a lot of success last year, and a lot of their key players want to build off of that. So to me, not a big surprise that these guys decided to stick around.
Yeah, it's cool to see it, man. You don't see a lot of this in college football nowadays. A lot of people leaving. They're doing a good job of retaining their guys. They must have built a really good culture.
Quarterback may change this route. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Quarterback on the move, still looking. He throws one to the left. He's got it on the outside. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one?
And that is a big-time play for the offense. The defense knew coming into this game they had to keep this guy bottled up and keep him in the pocket. That didn't happen there. He was able to buy time, extend the play. Receivers are in scramble drill mode. He finds a guy. He's accurate, off schedule, and the defense now has to do a much better job keeping this guy contained, or they're going to get lit up just like that.
They don't seem interested in inching the ball down the field. That big play sets him up. 1st and 10 from the 36. He's got it on the right. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. Well, the Big Ten has expanded with this massive continent-wide geographical footprint. The Big 12 has been really shrewd in positioning and maneuvering for survival, and they look for opportunities to win on the field like they'll have today.
Yeah, and the Big Ten's kind of taking what the Big Ten wants and expanding and not really worried about anybody else. So if I'm the Big 12, I'm like, yeah, you ain't worried about me, but you're going to worry about me today and on the field, and I can make a statement and prove to some of the true blue bloods in the Big Ten.
I just love the stylistic matchup in this one too, right? You think about the Big Ten running the football, defense, physical, and then Big 12 wide open, up-tempo, air raid offense. This one's going to be fun.
And the Bruins have their offense in high gear. Quarterback making adjustments. They'll go to the toss. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
And I understand what the offense is trying to do. Use the wide side of the field, right? Use all that space, pitch on the outside, get on the edge. But the defense was too disciplined. Great job setting the edge, not letting them get outside, making the big tackle.
Hit a speed bump on that last play. Now work to do on 2nd and 15. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9. How about the mix of play calls on this drive? 3 runs, 3 passes, and now they're in business.
Man, just keeping the defense completely off balance. When you think it's a run, it's a pass. When you think it's a pass, it's a run. Nice job by this offense, going right down the field in 6 plays, and now set up for 1st and goal.
He's looking to pass. Oh, they're after him. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
I really like the play by the quarterback. Very, very smart. Listen, early in the downs, goal-to-go situation, drop back. You don't see it right away. Tuck it and get positive yards. Make that next down easier so I can try to get a little bit closer to the goal line and I can get that touchdown. Headsy play by the QB.
Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And again, he gets nothing. This defense is not giving up anything on the goal line. After getting nothing on the last play, will they try to throw it into the end zone on 3rd down? Might be calling a hot route. On the move. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, UCLA! They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
And that's why this offense is so hard to stop, guys. This quarterback can hurt you throwing it and running it. With his speed, he can make people look silly. And you saw it right there on the opening drive of the game. What a beautiful touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. He's out of bounds at the 27-yard line, so a couple extra yards of field position for this offense to start. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. To the air, it's Dingle. Right on the money. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one. Texas A&M going up tempo.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
They go to the ground. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. They'll go right back to him. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse, BC. They agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Catches it cleanly at the 20. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. The inside handoff. Got enough for the first. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Another big play for this offense, and I'll tell you, historically, on the best UCLA units offensively, whether they're throwing it, whether they're in the shotgun, whether they're going up-tempo or they're not, it's always so important to have balance. They've always had a guy they can turn around and hand the football off to keep defenses honest. This guy with his power and his speed, he really gives this offense a lot of flexibility.
Short gain on the play before he slides.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The Bruins come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Motion from the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
3rd and short, I have no problem with RPO because I can run it or I can throw it if I see something opening. Maybe he should have ran that one. You got 2 downs possibly to still try to make it happen, but he definitely didn't throw an accurate ball.
This offense gets into plus territory. They're going to go for it regardless of their field goal kicker's range. Quarterback making checks. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Makes a grab past the marker. Down to the 32 and out of bounds right there. That's the end of the period, and it's UCLA in the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. So after the break, they'll go back to work. They'll try the left side.
Well, the one thing you can say about this defense, they pursue the football. The first guy might miss, the second guy might miss, but there's going to be more and more hats flying to the ball carrier. You saw it on that play, getting a tackle for loss.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Now adjusting. Gets rid of it. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. And you don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong. But sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Wide receiver going in motion. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called.
Timeout, UCLA.
On 4th and 11, they decide to go for it. The offense changing the play. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. 1st down and more. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
No, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the threes. We need sixes.
Here we go. Got it.
He wants to throw it again. Under fire. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Loss of 11.
Just like to see the quarterback have a clock going off in his head, forcing him to get rid of that football. Can't take a sack on first down in goal-to-go situation and move your offense backwards.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. Third and goal, where you separate the wheat from the chaff. He's looking downfield to throw. Deep shot for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Bruins.
I know we're only in game one, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. UCF steamrolled its way to victory. They scored off turnovers, they scored on gadget plays, an all-around masterpiece that'll give the folks in Orlando a ton of confidence. Going to be interesting to see what the fallout from this one is for one ranked team, while the other figures to get a bounce when the new rankings come out, guys.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making him run to guys, and get him on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Quickly to the tight end. Guys, let's take a second here and think about Texas A&M. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
Back to throw, it's Dingle. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
And the Aggies really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Just a short pass to the tight end. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
Looking to throw on first down. Complete to the left. And he's marked down right there, but a good pickup, and it'll be a first down.
Well, after that completion on the corner route, it would be interesting to see if later in the game the offensive coordinator comes out and shows the defense the same look, but this time sends the receiver to the middle of the field. Might catch the defense off guard.
Texas A&M back to work with another first down. From the gun. Give on the inside. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Second down, they'll go to the air. And it's picked up at the goal line. That's one way to make a stop.
It's just part of playing the position, and that's an interception this young man's going to learn from. That's the first interception he's thrown in his college football career, and guess what? Probably not going to be his last. You got to turn the page and learn from it.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They want to run it left here. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Second down.
Defense is totally ready in this situation, too. Because of the field position with the offense backed up, they know they're going to try and run the ball, buy themselves some real estate, but they ain't having it. Lots of bodies in the box, close to the line of scrimmage, and they generate a TFL.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. From his end zone, looking to throw. Got to take care of the ball. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Standing in his own end zone, looking to throw. Fires on the move. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on third down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And then all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Back to throw, it's Dingle. He's going to let it go. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Well, at this juncture of the game, obviously the offense has struggled. No points up on the board. You're at the end of the first half, and you're just trying to make something happen. That time the quarterback thought he had a guy open way down the field, but again, the defense in perfect position, and that thing falls incomplete.
Throws to the wideout. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Takes the pick back to the... The 2-yard line, and now this offense will be in business.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. To the air on first down. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Well, give the defense credit because they're forcing this quarterback to throw into very small windows under duress.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. They've got the screen set up. Turning it on! Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit them with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. They'll send the back in motion. Looking downfield on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Bruins have it with a 1st and 10. He wants to change this route. Looking to throw on first down. Bringing the heat. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. They're setting up the screen. He gets down to the 25 before going out of bounds.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
The Bruins come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Looking downfield. And he can't make the connection on his first attempt. Let's see if he settles down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Well, they're certainly not out of field goal range here, but they want to try to pay off this drive with a touchdown. They'll go for it on 4th. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unloaded just as he throws. It's incomplete, and they stop him on 4th down.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
Unloads to the wideout. And that is interception number 3 on the day. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Starts a drive trying to go up top. The sweet feet buy a little time. Trying to make magic with his feet. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business.
Well, they dialed the pass play there on first down, and how about the quarterback there? Buys time, he's outside, he's looking for people to get open on the scramble drill, but there's nothing happening, and it's just a really quick decision to decide to take off and go get another first down now, and they've got the deep.
Looking for the end zone. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete.
Yeah, you can tell the timing wasn't great, and quarterback receiver not on the same page, but when you're going to miss, don't miss towards the DB. You definitely want to miss out towards the sideline so you don't get yourself in trouble.
Might be changing the route. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Quarterback now breaking the field. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Under fire. And the pass is incomplete here on third down, but there is a flag. Let's check it out. So they won't get a touchdown, but a chance to put something on the board before halftime. And he'll kick for the 3 from 36 yards out in the right hash. It's good. And that lead grows even bigger.
Hey, listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. Leaves it with the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Bruins will line up to kick off and start the second half. Just unloaded on the kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Scanning the field, it's Dingle. Quickly complete. No chance to run, but still a good gain.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback get going the other direction.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. They hoped to get him in space, create running room, and there just wasn't anything there.
I love the 3rd down, aggressive, in-your-face defense, not giving you any room to run down the field. Great job by the defense. They saw the throw, the quick pass, reacted to it, got him on the ground for a loss.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Motion from the wide receiver. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Looking to the big tight end. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Here's the handoff. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And you're seeing the pass rush on the second play of the drive. They dial it up. Look at the speed and athleticism this defense has as they corral the quarterback for a loss.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He might want another play. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. He lets it fly. And he'll pull it in inside the 20.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the 3rd quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. And this play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, you're the quarterback. You're happy to oblige when you've got the playmakers you have offensively. Just keep chucking it.
Caught in the backfield. It's Gentry. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
UCLA.
The Bruins are moving quickly down the field.
Here we go, here we go.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs...
And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
That's an area of the field the quarterback just cannot take a sack on. 2nd down inside the 5-yard line. If it's not open, you just got to throw it away because now you've backed yourself up even further. It's going to be even harder to throw this thing into the end zone or to score a touchdown. That's going to be a learning opportunity for this young man.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Got his man. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Brings up 4th and goal.
And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. Already 1 for 1 on field goals today. He'll try to make it 2 for 2 from 22. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And now the lead is even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to...
Breaks into the open. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
They'll throw it from the red zone. He wants it all. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open. That's why that one fell incomplete.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18.
Third down.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Looking for a man. It's Dingle. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass. They forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Running back searching for a hole. That keeps the running game churning. Pick up for 5 to the 23.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26. And the Bruins come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short.
Set, ready.
They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
Here's the thing. I know this guy's not going to win the Heisman Trophy, but he's a pretty talented football player that's made big plays for this offense in the past. They have not had any success when they've given him chances so far in this game. And in the third quarter, you're getting a little nervous, I think, if you're the head coach, because he's a guy you need to have success if you're going to win.
Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to pass. It's Dingle. Rushes on him. Looking to take a shot. Snags it inside the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
But see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Run out of bounds at the 39-yard line, but what a return to set up this offense. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Wants to go up top on first down. Setting up the screen. They get in the backfield and make the play, and that's how they'll finish off this third period. That's the end of the quarter, and UCLA has the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. So the final period starts with a second down play. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. And wings it incomplete.
Incomplete. It's now third down.
It'll be third and long.
Let's go! Let's go!
Making side adjustments here. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Working that left side. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
Going for it all. Touchdown, UCLA! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
They'll line up to go for 2. They'll move the wide receiver. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Scrambling away. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Is no good.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
7.
And he's going to try to return this one. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Fights off a defender. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
And they're not on the same page there.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback and this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Makes a catch, first down, and maybe a lot more. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play has this offense in business. Texas A&M ready to go with another first down. To the air, it's Dingle. Puts it out of the air. He's pushed out of bounds at the 22.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
The Aggies in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Motion from the wideout. Back to pass on 2nd down. Fires to the big fella. They get him on the ground, but that'll be enough to give Texas A&M a 1st down.
Yeah, it's tough for the defense. The tight end's just so big and physical, and it's hard to drag him down. He only needed a few yards to get that 1st down. Defense will have to do a better job next time.
Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
And I think that might be an example of the running back maybe trying to do a little bit too much. Everybody wants to try to bounce the ball outside and hit the home run, but in college football at this level, you just need to do a better job taking what the defense gives you.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Looking to get it in. Perfectly thrown ball, nice catch, good tackle, but it's 1st and goal from the 5.
Hey, I got to be honest. I don't know if the defense was expecting that type of throw on 4th down. It looked like they were all huddled close to the line of scrimmage, looking for something in the quick game, but instead the quarterback takes a shot vertically down the field and catches the defense off guard.
And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Looking to throw, it's Dingle. It's caught, and he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies!
This guy is officially a problem. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. Nice job by the offense. Dude, if I've got a matchup I like, continue to pick at it until they stop it.
PAT unit on the field. Splits the uprights. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Mississippi State has opened up its largest lead of the game in what's shaping up to be one of the more one-sided affairs of the weekend.
UCLA will go back to work on offense. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
The defense, obviously, at this point is trailing. They need to get the football back. They're expecting run. They know the offense is going to try and bleed the clock, so you got to be good at the point of attack. They were right there. They gave up nothing on that run.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Off the play fake. Forced out of the pocket. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Listen, I love when my quarterback gets outside the pocket. I got an opportunity to make a huge play. But when it's not there, now I want him to make the simple play. Throw it away. Don't take the sack. Don't take the loss of yards plays.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Stands in and takes the hit. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the 4th quarter.
They punted away on 4th down. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line.
Texas A&M offense will take over 1st and 10.
They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Back to pass, it's Dingle. Zings it complete to the right. On the nasty move, and now he's got room. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift. Wants to throw on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
Well, this situation in the game, trailing with not a lot of time left, I understand going to the sideline to try and save clock, but you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. Don't be afraid to use those. You can attack the middle of the field, use the timeouts to save the clock that way.
And back to the air on 2nd down. Blasted as he lets it go. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
And I think the defense would be really happy with where they're at right now. If they knew they had held their stud down to his little yards, but they're trailing. And this is the time where he's going to get the ball even more. So they got to be ready for him. It's going to him. He's a great back, and they've done a pretty good job all day.
He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. The give to the back.
This is an area of the game, on offense, you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run it.
On the run, it's Blade. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Loses 3. Brings up 3rd down.
They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute and get this win under your belt. David, couldn't be a better way to start the year.
And for the losing team, obviously, it's a little bit different. You have something to look at now to analyze